okay. Mike Dasto. Hoo-ha. Good enough. Yeah. Okay, what do you got for me?
It just started snowing.
Oh,
I'm
that
just
sucks.
looking out the window. It's a beautiful day. We're recording on Saturday because
It's Sunday.
yep, that's what I meant. Because our
Okay.
episode needs to come out tomorrow and we have not recorded it yet. So I have a busy night ahead of myself.
Good job.
um,
Proud of you, bud.
I'm just staring out the window because we usually record at night, but yeah, snowing
Do
up in
we?
the mountaintops. Yeah, we record at night. Where are you?
I don't know. Just half
Oh yeah,
asleep.
in your bedroom because you can't have no windows.
Yeah.
One of the one thing that just popped into my mind the other day was I think it was a while ago. It was popular, all these YouTube videos of people like trying to stay overnight in Walmart.
Yeah, they would there's lots of them. But yeah, I know
Yeah.
what you're talking about. They'd stay overnight in Walmart, or they'd try and ship themselves in a
Beep.
fucking shipping container.
Wait, ship themselves?
Yeah, I don't know if anyone actually did that, but they use that as clickbait. I spent
Where
24
does
hours in, you know, UPS.
I just recently heard something about this guy met up with this old friend that they had shipped to the US. And I was just like, I can't remember, where did I hear that?
Is this a really old story?
No. It's a story that I just heard, but yeah, it would have happened a long time ago. Anyway,
Yeah, I could
um,
that could be real, cause trying to get get out of the country,
I
you just
guess
gotta
so.
ship them. Some criminal or something. Maybe just a refugee. I don't know. I don't know why my head went straight to criminal, but it did.
Um, no, so I was thinking about how do they obviously have security guards overnight and stuff, but any kind of thing like that, big stores, uh, like water parks, the West Edmonton Mall in general, how do they make sure everybody's out of there before they close and lock the doors?
I don't think they do.
What?
Well, because the Fantasyland Hotel,
Yeah, okay,
you
but
can.
let's say the water park, huge, tons of places to hide. What?
I don't know. They
Do
just
they?
kind of hope for the best.
They're
That's
just
what
over
I
there
think. They're
crossing their
just all
fingers.
right. Well, you know, hopefully
Huh.
everybody's out.
Because then that led me to think about the ski hills, right? And obviously the ski patrol does a ski through at the end of the day to check. But some of the places at Marmot Basin or all the ski hills have weird little backcountry sections where you could definitely just go get lost and just whatever, be lost, hurt, stay up there. They would never find you. Not just on their little sweeps. They could find
Yeah,
you with a helicopter maybe, but
yeah. I don't know how they do that. Because I know what you mean. They do a ski through, but you can't you can if someone's hiding from you, you can ski through the trees 10 feet away from them, and you could possibly not notice them.
yeah. I
Plus, there's
guess
a bunch of snow. You could just bury yourself. Like,
but then again, who wants to hide out at overnight at a ski?
dude, some YouTube person probably.
Probably, yeah. I was actually just thinking about that. If you did, I feel like they would see your vehicle left over in the parking lot unless you got dropped off. But
Yeah.
anyways, that was what was going through my head. But yeah, today's topic, don't have one. Pretty classic. We got to do more episodes like our last episode, Guess the Jingle.
Yeah, that was a good one. That was
That was a
funny.
lot of fun.
I
And
saw a
then,
jingle on the TV.
yeah.
I can't remember what it was, but I was going to tell you it.
Interesting. Can you sing it? Do you remember what it was?
No.
Oh, dang.
Do you remember the movie All About Steve?
Yeah.
The kids fall in the mine
Oh.
shaft.
Wait, what? The
What?
kids fall in a mine shaft?
Yeah.
No. All
Yeah.
About Steve, isn't that the one where the lady is obsessed with him? So she writes. She's a journalist, and she just writes a bunch of articles about this guy that she met.
No, so she writes crossword.
Yeah,
No, yeah,
I
crossword
think so.
puzzles,
Yeah,
something like that. So she writes one all about Steve.
yeah.
Yeah, and
And kids fall into a what?
he's a camera guy. For like some news station.
Uh huh.
So they go on a blind date. It's terrible. He leaves in like 5 minutes because she's
Oh,
like
okay.
super
Wait,
obsessed with him.
I just remembered something about the blind date. So I feel like the first time we watched that movie was with our two cousins, Crazy Cat Lady and I. We don't think we've even named the other cousin. Um, but we were watching that movie, and before the two people met, they were talking about like, oh yeah, I'm going on a blind date, and shows up to this guy's house, or who, I can't remember if it's the guy or the girl, but shows up to this house. It's like, wow, you look beautiful, and I just look over at you guys, and I was like, I thought they were blind.
Yeah,
I had no idea what blind date meant.
that
That's
sounds like a
hilarious.
Zach thing.
Yeah, classic.
Yeah. So, anyways, they're like she's chasing him around because she's
Uh-huh.
obsessed with him. He's a camera guy, so he's like going around
Uh,
reporting on all this stuff. And these kids, like they're at this carnival. The ground collapsed and they fell into an abandoned mine shaft. So
oh what?
he's videoing the guy talking about the kids in the mine shaft, and you just see her in the background, like, "Wah, Steve, Steve," and she just runs into the mine shaft.
I feel like I remember that now.
Just watch the
Um,
movie. It's sort of funny.
what is the movie? It's an old kids movie where these kids, I think something about a well or a mine shaft, and they go back in time and they're on their quads and they're like in this old mining town.
Yeah, so it's a mine shaft. It's
What's that movie? All I remember is they're trying to stop a bank robbery or something, but
well, yeah, they
there's this
had
one part.
to when they like they were going to look for like this treasure in the mine shaft. So they
Uh,
went on this adventure, and it ended up taking them back in time because the treasure from the bank heist was hidden in that mine shaft.
uh,
So they went to find that and
yeah.
got taken back in time.
I just
I know
remember there's a
exactly what
part of
movie you're
that
talking
movie.
about. I just can't think of the name.
There's a part of that movie where they're like walking down Main Street, and in one of these like little areas, this guy is unveiling the first ever bicycle. And
Yeah,
or no, did he find their bicycle or something?
he might have. I don't remember. But yes, he had
There's
a
a
bike.
there's another movie, maybe it's the same one, where somebody goes back in time and it's like World War II times, and they just, or no, maybe even World War II, and they just won the war, and one of the people who went back in time left their cell phone, and this dude's just there like tinkering with it, and you're just like, okay, and it's like right before the end credits, and this guy who's tinkering with the phone, his mom's just like, Johnny Motorola, get your butt down here right now. And it's like, oh, that's the creation or the inception of Motorola phones. There's
I
a
don't know
lot of
that
weird little
movie.
things like that. That actually leads me to another topic, like Easter eggs, the Disney Easter eggs that they always have in each movie that like kind of
Yeah,
connects them all together and stuff.
there'll be like a Nemo fish in one of the kids'
Yeah,
bedrooms in Toy Story or something. I don't
yeah,
know.
exactly.
I don't know,
Stuff
but
like
yeah, I
that.
know what you mean.
There
Yeah.
was, I think, what was it? I think there's one of the toys from Toy Story on Lilo and Stitch's like bedroom shelf or something like that. I don't even know the Disney ones very well, but in university we had to do a lot of presentations in my program. So it was like literally every project, design something, present it. And so throughout all these different presentations and slideshows, I started hiding these little like Easter eggs, or like, I don't know if you'd call them Easter eggs. For example, we did a presentation about an app that we had designed. And I don't know why it was relevant, but we talked about. Oh no, yeah, it was an app. Okay, and in one of the scenes or one of the slides, there's something that I needed to reference scale, And so beside it, I put a penny. But I made sure the year of the penny was 2007 or something, like the first year that the iPhone came out.
Okay.
And that's when apps were kind of created. So it kind of like related to that. And so about 2 or 3 presentations into the year, I don't know if somebody caught on or if I told one person and then a couple other people caught on. But then after that, everybody was looking for Easter eggs in my presentations. And it got to a point where they just believed there was one in every single one of them, but there wasn't. And
Oh,
so
yeah?
like, Zach, I found the Easter egg. And I was like, oh yeah, what'd you find? Tell me. It was nothing. One of the
That's
best
pretty
ones
cool.
though. I did that presentation for the oil filter spiker thing that I built.
Yeah.
And I didn't even know this, but I eventually researched and read on the internet that it's a joke that people who are not mechanically inclined see the oil fill cap, but if it's upside down, it's 710. So there's this whole thread on something, Reddit or Twitter or whatever, that's like, what is the 710 cap? What is 710 on my engine? Why does my engine say 710? My girlfriend's engine has 710 on it too. Like, what is this thing? And so in one of the slides, I put a 710 in there, and one of the guys actually got it, and I was like, no way, that was awesome.
That's funny. That's good.
Yeah. Good old Easter eggs for you. And that's kind of what... Did we talk about this live on the podcast, or was this an idea thing, the whole escape room thing?
I don't know.
I don't think we talked about it on the podcast.
Like Easter egg.
But there could be Easter eggs in each of these podcasts that you're watching. And
Oh,
you
yeah.
know.
I think that was after a podcast we talked about
Yeah.
that. I've always wanted to like do or like create an escape room that's like way intense.
Yeah, that's the
Like
thing.
it like starts filling up with water, but like it's not actually gonna fill up all the way with water, but you think it's going
it just
to.
freaks you out. Yeah. Oh man. Yeah, the realism would be cool. The only thing is, like, obviously with public ones, the liability thing, but also the ones that try to go too hard are just too difficult, and it's like you're on one person's train of thought, and it's impossible if you're not on that same wavelength to figure out anything they're trying to show you or put together.
Yeah.
And that's probably why I could not be very good escape room designers, because I'm just like, I'm on a completely different wavelength than everybody else, and things that I think are obvious to me or should be connected, people are just like, what? No.
Yeah, but that could be good. Like
Yeah,
as long
not
as
for
it's
Mom,
like
she would get so frustrated with my escape rooms. This doesn't make any sense.
well, you don't know, you did that stupid Christmas escape thing.
Oh yeah, see, so even you think my escape rooms are stupid.
Well, no, I thought it was cool, but it was like 8 in the morning and I had just woken up and I gotta go run around to try and find my birthday or Christmas present.
Jake's just over here pissed that he has to do work to find his present.
Yeah. I just put it under the tree. That's where it belongs.
Not to mention some of them were outside, and Mom and Dad are like,
Yeah.
I'm not going outside, just send Jake. And Jake's all pissed.
Yeah, no duh. Rightfully so.
I remember before escape rooms were even a thing, Mom did Survivor challenges for us. But then after that, one of my birthdays, she had a Skittle scavenger hunt with like QR codes on them. So when you found one bag of Skittles, you scan her custom-made QR code, and it like gave you a hint to lead you to the next one.
I do not remember that. It sounds intense, so.
Sounds intense.
That was a real thing? You did that?
No, Mom made that, yeah, for one of my birthdays.
I never got any cool birthday things like that.
No?
Seems like you're just
That's
like the favorite child, I guess.
What, you got cool birthday things? Are you kidding me? Actually, the best is
Jargon.
like, we ought to find and make a huge slideshow of all the epic birthday cakes Mom and Dad ever made.
Yeah.
Some of them that I like recently remember or whatever have been things that Dad and I were doing, like the skateboard one that we did for you.
Mm-hmm.
And And then I remember, I think I was probably inspired by Dad's epic cakes, but it was his birthday, so I was like, I'm gonna make Dad an epic cake. And all I did was made a rectangular cake. This is the cake. Okay, I don't know if I have a picture of it. It's a chocolate icing brown cake. It has a blue line in the middle,
Mm-hmm.
a blue rectangle, and then a stickman dad with a stickman style snowblower snow blowing the rectangle. Nothing else on the cake.
Dude, that's sick, bro. Fucking man.
Dad has made like a cake that looks like a goalie and a cake that looks like the NHL logo.
And cake that looks like a wrench, and a cake with a dirt
Yeah, the
bike
wrench
doing a
one.
jump, and they did like a dinosaur one where there was like brown sugar as the sand and shit. And
Yeah.
put that
That's
guy
true,
on
there's-
Cake Boss, man. Like, whew, cake
Put
builder.
That guy on Cake Boss. Yeah, it wasn't. Oh, it was you who was like not obsessed with, but trying to do like fondant, crazy cake stuff. And
Yeah.
how'd that turn out for you?
I don't know. Look at me now, cake master.
When was the last time you've made a cake?
Quite a while ago. And the last cake I made was probably a cheesecake. So
Oh yeah,
yeah.
fair enough. I never really got into cheesecake.
Oh, I love cheesecake. That's so good.
That's also funny because so I watched the last episode with Mum and Dad when they were here,
Yeah.
and it got to the part where I said, "What's your favorite thing to cook?" And as soon as I said that on screen, Dad just looks at me, "Steak." And then 5 seconds later, you said, "Steak." Everybody knows.
It is like, it's just like a fun thing to cook too, though.
No, I know.
But it's
It
also
just
really
reminds
good.
me of going to the steak pit in Merrifield,
Yeah.
and you would be like whatever, 10 years old. You'd get the biggest freaking T-bone steak you could, and then they're just like convinced Mum and Dad to only let you have half a potato, and your plate at the end of the night is literally steak bone and all the rest of your food.
Mm-hmm.
You were also the kid though that freaking chewed on chicken bones until the bone was dust, and then you swallowed all that too.
You betcha. That's why I never broken a bone. I'm just reinforced with chicken bone.
Okay.
Pretty sure that's how that works, Zach, okay?
Don't think that's how that works. It's also not milk though, because I drink the most milk out of anybody I ever known, and I break lots of bones. So
Yeah, I don't really drink milk anymore. Mom probably gets mad at me for that, but whatever.
Mum would just be calling you, checking in, like, "Did you drink your milk this week?"
Yes, mother.
Yes, mother.
I need a TV
Okay,
in my room.
There is a TV in your room?
No, I want one.
Oh. Where's your TV? Out in the living room?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
What, why do you need a TV in your room?
So I could lay in bed and watch TV.
Just get a projector like us. $200.
Ooh, yeah. That's not a bad idea either.
Then you need a laptop or computer to run it.
My wall's at an angle, though, so that won't work very good.
What about the wall that you're against right now?
Then how am I supposed to lay in bed and watch it? Gotta lay sideways?
Oh, put it on the ceiling. Put it on the ground so it points at the ceiling.
Yeah. What's
That'd
that
be sick.
stuff called on the ceiling?
Spackle?
Spackle.
I don't know. Oh, that's a type of like texture on the ceiling. Yeah.
Yeah, I know. I kept thinking
Um,
stucco, but like I knew stucco was like outside. It's got
Yeah.
like rocks or whatever in it.
No, well, maybe rocks, but it's just cement, like a mortar type stuff.
Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah. Anyways, enough about cement. Here's another thing that I was thinking about. I don't know how this just hit me in the face, but one day all of a sudden it's like, consider that one day you will be explaining to younger people, whether it be your kids or grandkids, that at a certain point in time it was 100% normal to have multiple phones stationed around your house so that you could answer it in any room.
Yeah.
Like,
Feel like even now.
but that just it's still so normal. Like we grew up with that, and yeah, people are getting rid of their landlines. But just imagine when everybody, like, as soon as you're old enough to understand and control a phone, here's an iPhone, put it in your pocket,
Mm-hmm.
right? And then you tell someone like, "Yeah, we used to have 5 of these," and you're just like, "5? There's only 4 people in your family."
Yeah, no, that's a weird
Isn't
kind of concept to think about, I guess. But like, it's like
I'm
a lot
trying
of
to
things.
think.
Like
Oh, dude,
newspapers
everything.
aren't that big anymore.
Well, but even like VHS and DVD, like people still have DVDs, but I'm just, and it's a different lifestyle too, because just the way we chose to do it was streaming services. Otherwise, you could continue buying movies, but
Yeah, but like it's definitely like it's streaming service over DVD now. Like I'd say there's more
yeah.
people that do streaming service than DVD.
That actually reminds me of something. So we don't have a nickname for this cousin yet either, but one of our youngest cousins who lives in Spruce Grove.
Yeah.
She was here last weekend or whatever, and we were talking about music, and she was playing music in the truck, and she's like, "Oh yeah, I have 3 of their songs," and I was just thinking about that phrase. Something was weird about that phrase, and I was like, "Oh yeah." Like, it has been a long time since I've bought music.
Yeah,
Because
because you
again,
have
streaming service.
Apple Music or Spotify. Yeah.
But there are, and I know other people too, that still like just buy songs that they want.
Mm-hmm.
And that was like, that's going to turn into such an old thing where having 2 of their songs is not a big commodity anymore. You just choose to listen to them or not. Like,
Yeah, like it used to be a huge thing that like there was like a CD that released and like people would be like lined
yeah.
up to go buy this CD, and now it's all done on the interweb.
Dude, my truck came with a cassette player. Not even a
Yeah.
CD, not even a CD player. 1998, and they're still coming out with cassette players. Wait, when was CDs? When like Actually, never mind. Yeah, Walkmans were popular when we were a kid. What am I? Who am I kidding?
Walkmans were sick. I bought a Walkman off Crazy Cat Lady.
I was gonna say, remember she always has freaking Walkman going.
Yeah.
uh,
It was wicked.
and then MP3 players.
Yeah.
I remember it's actually in my little holiday journal that we had, and I was like, I bought my first MP3 player today.
Well, I remember buying my like iPod Touch, like the
Yeah.
first iPod Touch,
Well, I remember when Mum showed us
or
hers,
the second
you could
iPod
play
Touch
this-
or something.
you could play this racing game and like turn the thing to steer,
Mm-hmm.
and that just blew our minds.
Mm-hmm.
That's wild. And then to think that like, but that's the other thing is, consider that cell phones went from the big bricks to the tiny flip phones to a touch screen, and now where have we gone? We just keep adding cameras to the back. Like, that's not an improvement.
Yeah, I can't remember who I was talking to this about, but like as
To
like
this about?
yeah, I don't know what I said. Whatever, it doesn't matter. For like as technologically advanced as we are,
Yeah.
I feel like progress has slowed since like
Oh,
the
massively.
2000 to 2010 era.
Well, that's because every idea is freaking used up.
Yeah, but
And
it's
I was
not.
talking to somebody about this too, though. Yeah, where like the next advancement in technology is going to be so far beyond what we are imagining right now. And again, it ties back to the using 10% of your brain thing. But I think I was talking to Dad about this, about how I had a different idea for like some way to put in screws at an angle, like an adapter for your drill or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Everything like that has been made.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the issue, is because of like the industrial revolution and the technological revolution, our minds are stuck on what kind of device can I build to do a task. Whereas I'm like, maybe the next advancement in putting screws in tight places is screws that screws themselves in or something. Like something so far-fetched like that.
Mm-hmm.
You move above and beyond like an adapter for a drill, because that's what everybody's thinking about, and somehow you've got this device that just like sucks things together magically by itself. Like, that's the kind of jumps that is going to take us beyond, here's an iPhone, here's a bigger iPhone, here's a thinner iPhone, here's an iPhone with 5 cameras. Here, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Next thing you know, it's not going to be an iPhone. It's going to be this tiny little chip that you just stick to the side of your head, and everything pops up in your eyeball, and you hear it in your ear, and like.
Well, I mean, they're like
jump.
they're working on stuff like that, like
Are they?
smart glasses and things like that.
Yeah, but that's the thing is, like, I can't remember how long ago it was. It was a long time ago.
Who was
Google
they?
came out with the Google Glass,
Yeah.
and it was glasses with a projected thing on it, but they couldn't even sell them because nobody had a use for it. It didn't connect to your phone, or it did, but it was crappy. Like, it was such a weird market and a technology that was probably too far ahead of its time to even apply to what uses we would have for it.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, imagine if you already wear glasses every day and your cell phone is built in entirely into your glasses.
That's pretty crazy. Okay, what you got a quote?
I actually read a quote on my phone that I don't have a who said it or anything, but it was that. Actually, I better double check here. This is another, like, not really relatable quote, but big life lesson thing. Just give me 1 second. Jake, you want to do a filler? Like, talk about something funny for 2 seconds?
No, not really.
Okay. The quote is... The quote is gone. My point is, it was something about a picture is worth 1,000 words. So let's take a picture... let's take pictures until the end of time and have a book full of memories or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember.
I wish I took more pictures of like things that I do. Well, I used to. I don't know. Anytime I get a new phone, I'm just like, yeah, whatever. Screw the pictures that are on it. But like,
yeah, and that honestly, that was one of the only reasons
to keep some of them.
Oh, for sure. You remember how much fun we have looking back at old pictures and videos on Mom and Dad's computer?
Yep.
It's hilarious.
Yep.
But that's one of the only reasons I liked Instagram, was to just put pictures on there, and then if they got deleted off my phone or lost, or it was like my own personal picture album, I didn't even care if people saw it or liked it or whatever. It was just like, it's there, not forever, but it's there to stay. Anyways, this was a mishmash episode of the Steele McCoy Show. We do have bigger plans. We just need to take the time to orchestrate them and put them into action.
Yeah.
Anyways, until next time, don't forget to dot your T's
and cross your eyes.